Winners never stop. They never back down, never fold, never quit, because deep inside them lives a fire that refuses to die. They understand something the world often forgets. That pain is not the enemy. Pain is the doorway. Pressure is not punishment. Pressure is the path. Winners don't wake up every day excited, motivated, full of energy. No, winners wake up with responsibility. They wake up knowing they made a promise to themselves, a promise to their family, a promise to their dreams, and they refuse to break it. The reason most people fail is simple. They only work when they feel like working. They treat motivation like fuel, but winners treat commitment like oxygen. They don't breathe without it. Winners operate from purpose, not feelings. And when their feelings scream or stop, their purpose whispers or keep going. Winners choose the whisper. Every day you wake up, you have two choices: become better or stay the same. Winners choose better even on the days they feel broken, even on the days they feel tired, even on the days the weight of life sits heavy on their chest. Because winners know that success isn't given, it's earned. Not by shortcuts, not by luck, not by comfort. It's earned through sacrifice. Look around you, everybody wants success, but nobody wants struggle. Everybody wants the trophy, but nobody wants the training. Everybody wants the rewards, but nobody wants the responsibilities. Winners are different. When the world says a rest, they say a one more rep. When the world says to take it easy, they say a push harder. When the world says it's impossible, they say, oh, watch me. Winners have a mindset the average person cannot understand. They see opportunity in adversity, strength in suffering, progress in pressure. The truth is you're not tired because you're working too hard. You're tired because you're fighting your purpose. You were not designed for laziness. You were not created for mediocrity. You weren't built to stay the same. Deep down, you know you have more inside you, but fear's holding it hostage. Winners break that fear. They don't wait for fear to leave. They don't wait for courage to magically appear. They walk into fear. They move with shaking hands. They step forward with a trembling voice. Winners understand courage is not the absence of fear. It's moving forward despite it. There will be times when life beats you. Times when you question everything. Times when the people you trusted walk away. Times when your success feels invisible. Your effort feels unnoticed. Your progress feels slow. But winners know these moments are not dead ends. They are detours. They are redirections. They are preparation for something bigger. Winners don't look at setbacks as signs to quit. They look at them as signs that breakthrough is near. You've heard it before. And never give up. But let me tell you what it really means. Never giving up doesn't mean you never cry. It doesn't mean you never feel weak. It doesn't mean you never doubt yourself. It means you feel all that and you still keep going. Winners don't pretend to be invincible. They just refuse to stay down. Look at every champion you admire, every great athlete, artist, entrepreneur, leader. None of them were handed success. They bled for it. They cried for it. They sacrificed sleep, comfort, parties, distractions, excuses. They didn't ask for easy. They didn't wait for perfect timing. They acted even when everything inside them resisted. Success isn't glamorous. Success is lonely nights. Success is silent battles. Success is walking past people who judge you, laugh at you, doubt you, and still choosing to rise. You want greatness, then understand this. The grind will not always be exciting. It won't always be fun. It won't always be inspiring. But winners show up even when the fire inside burns low. They know that consistency beats intensity. A small step forward every day becomes a giant leap over time. Winning isn't about doing big things sometimes. It's about doing small things every day with big commitment. Most people quit right before the breakthrough. They stop because they can't see results. They stop because the journey gets dark. But winners have faith in the unseen. They trust that the seed they planted will grow, even if the soil looks dry. You don't see roots growing underground, but they're building strength. Your work is building roots. Your struggle is building roots. Your discipline is building roots. Your discipline is building. And when the time comes, you will rise stronger than ever. Life will hit you with storms you didn't expect. It will throw challenges you didn't ask for. You will face heartbreak, disappointment, betrayal, failure. But winners don't. Oh, winners don't. I know how to stand in the middle of them. They know the storm is temporary. Pain is temporary. Sacrifice is temporary. But quitting makes the pain permanent. And that's why winners refuse to quit. Every moment you hesitate, every moment you procrastinate, every moment you second guess yourself, you are delaying your destiny. Winners don't wait for permission. They don't wait for approval. They don't wait for a sign. They create their own sign. They create their own sign. They create their own path. They create their own opportunity. Winners know that no one is coming to save them. The world owes them nothing. If they want success, they must build it brick by brick, day by day, choice by choice. You have survived things people don't know about. You've endured pain that will break others. You've walked through fire and you're still standing. That means you're built for greatness. Stop playing small. Stop doubting yourself. Stop holding back. Winners don't shrink themselves. They grow, they evolve, they expand, and they do it boldly. Your past does not define you. Your mistakes do not define you. Your failures do not define you. What defines you is what you decide to do next. Winners decide to rise. Winners decide to fight. Winners decide to transform their pain into power, their obstacles into opportunities, their fears into fuel. You want success? Then wake up every day hungry. Wake up every day committed. Wake up every day with a reason. You don't need motivation. You need purpose. You don't need a pull. You need discipline. You don't need luck. You need consistency. Winners don't stop because stopping would mean betraying their purpose. Winners don't slow down because slowing down would mean disrespecting their dreams. Some of you are close, so close, 9 steps into a 10-step journey, 90% through the storm, 1 inch away from the breakthrough you prayed for. And right now you feel tired. Right now you feel drained. Right now quitting feels easy, but this is the moment winners rise. This is the moment champions are made. This is the moment you decide whether you will be remembered as someone who almost made it or someone who refused to stop. Winners don't stop because they know what's waiting for them on the other side. Freedom, confidence, legacy, pride, impact. They see the future before it arrives and they walk toward it with everything they have. So listen to me. Your dream is calling you. Your future is calling you. Your greatness is calling you. Don't hang up. Don't walk away. Don't quit on yourself. You were not born to be average. You were born to rise. You were born to win. You were born to fight through the darkness until the light bows to your determination. Winners never stop, and today, right here, right now, you decide that you are one of them. Winners never stop because somewhere deep inside them, they made a decision that quitting is not an option. They don't always feel strong. They don't always feel confident, and they don't always wake up with fire in their chest, but they wake up with commitment. A winner understands that motivation is temporary, but discipline is permanent. And when everything in life feels heavy, when nothing makes sense, when the wall feels like it's pushing them down, they remind themselves why they started. Winners don't wait for perfect condition. They don't sit back waiting for inspiration. They show up, they work, they grind, they'll work. Even when it hurts, even when no one believes in them, even when the results are slow, they understand that progress is progress, no matter how small. They know that the only easy day was yesterday, and today requires a new level of hunger. The problem with most people is not that they're weak, it's that they allow their feelings to run their life. You don't feel like doing it, and so you don't. You don't feel motivated, so you stop. Winners don't operate on feelings, they operate on purpose. If they set a goal, they chase it with everything they have. When they fail, they don't disappear. They don't hide. They get up, wipe their tears, fix their mindset, and go again. They fail forward. They fall forward. They learn forward. Every setback becomes a setup for a comeback. Every disappointment becomes fuel. Every closed door becomes a reason to build their own door. Winners are not made by comfort. Winners are forged in pressure, pain, and perseverance. There will be days when you feel like you're giving your all and still not seeing results. Days when you look around and wonder why everyone else seems ahead of you. Days when your dreams feel too far and your energy feels too low. But those are the days that define winners. Those are the days that shake champions. Anybody can keep going when it's easy. Anybody can be positive when life is smooth. But when your heart is tired and your mind is heavy and you still show up, that's the difference. That's what separates the ones who dream from the ones who achieve. Winners understand that the journey won't be pretty, won't be perfect, it won't be predictable. But they trust the process even when the process feels unfair. You don't become successful by doing big things once. You become successful by doing small things consistently. Winners lock in. They decide that no matter how many times they fall, they will rise one more time than they fall. They decide that no matter who leaves, no matter who doubts them, no matter who talks behind their back, they will not break. Because their mission is bigger than people's opinions. Their purpose is bigger than their pain. They don't chase validation, they chase growth. They don't need applause, they need progress. They don't focus on competition, they focus on becoming the best version of themselves. Most people quit because they expect results too quickly. They plant the seed today and want the fruit tomorrow. But winners understand that greatness takes time. Growth takes patience. Success takes sacrifice. And if it doesn't challenge you, it cannot change you. They are willing to go through the lonely nights, the silent battles, the private tears, the unseen efforts, because they know that the grind doesn't lie. You put in the work long enough and eventually the work pays you back. Maybe not today, maybe not this month, but winners trust that the reward is already on its way. They are building something bigger than temporary comfort. They are building a legacy. When the world says, oh, you can't, winners whisper back, oh, watch me. When circumstances say, give up, winners answer, not today. They take the pain, the rejection, the fear, the failures, and turn them into lessons. Winners don't avoid the storm. They learn how to walk through it. They don't run away from pressure. They perform under it. They don't wait for opportunities. They prepare until opportunities cannot ignore them. They understand that life doesn't hand you success. You earn it. You fight for it. You sacrifice for it. And you don't stop until you have it. The secret is not that winners are more talented. The secret is that they are more persistent. They don't quit after the first to know. They don't quit after embarrassment. They don't quit after losing. They don't quit after emotional pain. They don't quit after exhaustion. They keep showing up until the world has no choice but to move out of their way. They don't need instant approval. They don't need guarantees. They don't need conditions. They just need a reason. And once they find that reason, they lock in with everything they've got. Look at your life right now. You have survived things that were designed to break you. You've walked through battles people don't even know about. You've picked yourself up more times than you can count. You are stronger than you think. You are more capable than you believe. You have more inside you than you're using. But you have to make a decision. Are you going to live the rest of your life as a spectator, or are you going to step into the arena and fight for the life you want? Winners choose the arena. Winners choose the fight. Winners choose the grind even when it's uncomfortable. Every champion you admire was once a beginner. Every success story you hear started with doubt, failure, fear, and confusion. But they kept moving. They kept growing. They kept believing in themselves even when no one else did. The same power is in you. The same power is in you. The same fire is in you. The same potential is in you. But you have to activate it. You have to stop waiting for motivation and start producing discipline. You have to stop waiting for the perfect time and start using the time you have. You have to stop listening to excuses and start listening to your purpose. Winners never stop, because stopping means going back to a life they refuse to live. They've tasted struggle, they've tasted failure, but they're hungry for victory. That hunger pushes them forward when energy runs out. That hunger keeps them awake when others sleep. That hunger keeps them training when others relax. Winners know that success is not a moment, it's a mindset. And once you adopt that mindset, you become unstoppable. So don't stop, don't slow down. Don't let fear take your dreams away. You have what it takes. You have the strength. You have the potential. The world needs what you carry. The world needs your gift. The world needs your story. Keep fighting, keep pushing, keep believing. Winners never stop, and today you decide that you are one of them. Listen to me, winners don't stop because they understand one truth. If you stop, everything stops with you. Your dream stops, your growth stops, your legacy stops, your future stops, and winners refuse to let their future die because of temporary pain. Winners refuse to bury their dreams under the weight of excuses. Winners refuse to let their potential rot in the graveyard of a maybe tomorrow. They understand that discipline is the difference between wishing and winning. People think winners are superhuman, but they're not. Winners cry. Winners break. Winners doubt. Winners get tired. Winners get overwhelmed. Winners feel weak. The difference is they keep going. They don't let the moment define them. They don't let emotions dictate their actions. They don't let fear decide their future. They move even when the road is walk even when their legs shake. They speak even when their voice cracks. Because they know that stopping now is more painful than pushing forward. There comes a time in every person's life when you must ask yourself, how badly do you want it? Not a cold water, not a wish I could. Now they hope one day. No winners want it so badly that they are willing to suffer for it. They are willing to sacrifice for it. They are willing to bleed for it. They are willing to bleed for it. They are willing to be misunderstood. They are willing to walk away from comfort, from distractions, from anything that weakens their purpose. Most people don't fail because the dream is too big. They fail because their effort is too small. Their consistency is too weak. Their tolerance for discomfort is too low. Winners know that greatness requires endurance. It requires surviving seasons of silence when no one sees you, no one praises you, no one appreciates your hard work. Those silent seasons, those lonely nights, those private struggles, that's where winners are built. You cannot cheat the grind. You cannot fake hunger. You cannot pretend discipline. The grind knows who's real. And when you stay loyal to the grind stays loyal to you. The world might ignore your effort for a while, but when that breakthrough hits, when the results start showing, when the seeds you planted begin to grow, people will call it luck, but you will know the truth. You earned it. Winners don't stop because they tasted progress. It may be small, it may be slow, but progress is progress, and winners know that small steps compound into massive transformation. They know that every rep, every hour, every sacrifice, every discomfort, every lesson is stacking, building, compounding into something greater they can see right now. You are fighting battles right now that no one understands. You are carrying weights that will break someone else. But listen to me, the fact that you are still standing proves that you are chosen for something bigger. You're not here to be average. You're not here to fit in. You're not here to live a small life. You are here to rise, to impact, to lead, to build, to conquer. But none of that happens if you stop. None of that becomes real if you choose comfort. None of that manifests if you let fear whisper lies in your ear. You want to be a winner? Then start ignoring the noise. Ignore the people who doubt you. Ignore the ones who don't clap for you. Ignore the ones who laugh at your dreams. They don't see what you see. They don't feel what you feel. They weren't given your vision. Your dream was given to you, not them. So stop waiting for them to understand it. Winners don't seek approval. They seek results. Winners don't chase people. They chase purpose. Winners don't worry about who left. They focus on who they're becoming. There will be days when you question your worth. Days when you doubt your progress. Days when you feel stuck, lost, confused. But winners know that confusion is part of growth. Uncertainty is part of elevation. Pressure is part of transformation. The butterfly doesn't become beautiful without breaking out of the cocoon. The diamond doesn't shine without pressure. The seed doesn't grow without darkness. And you won't become who you're meant to be without struggle. Stop thinking your struggle means you're failing. Your struggle means you're evolving. Stop thinking your challenges mean you're weak. Your challenges mean you're being strengthened. Stop thinking the delay means denial. Delay is preparation. Delay is development. Delay is building a version of you who can handle the success coming your way. Winners don't stop because they know the version of them at the end of the journey is stronger, wiser, faster, sharper, unbreakable. They know that every step forward is a step toward that version. People quit because they think they have more time. They think they can try again next year. They think opportunities come back. They don't. Winners act with urgency. Winners act with intensity. Winners act like their future depends on today's. You think you're tired, now? Imagine waking up 10 years from now wishing you had quit. That pain is worse than any ground. That regret is heavier than any burden. Winners don't stop because they refuse to taste regret. Look at your life. You've survived heartbreak. You've survived disappointment. You've survived failure. You've survived failure. You've survived people walking away. You've survived pressure. You've survived storms. If you survived all that, you are strong enough to survive the work it takes to succeed. Stop underestimating yourself. Stop shrinking yourself. Stop thinking small. You were created for more. You were built for more. You were built for more. You have more inside you than you're using, and it's time to unleash it. Winners talk to themselves differently. When most people say it's too hard, winners say I'm built for hard. When most say this is impossible, winners say impossible is nothing. When most say I can't win or say I can't win or say, oh, watch me. Your future depends on your choices today. Your family's future depends on your choices today. Your legacy depends on your choices today. And winners make decisions that their future selves will thank them for. Pain is temporary. Pressure is temporary. Discomfort is temporary. Discomfort is temporary. But the strength you gain, the discipline you build, the person you become, that is permanent. This journey won't be easy, but it will be easy. Everyone will do it. The difficulty is what makes it worth it. The struggle is what makes it meaningful. The sacrifice is what makes it legendary. Winners never stop because they know that stopping means settling. And winners don't settle, not for comfort, not for fear, not for doubt, not for anything. So keep going, keep fighting, keep pushing, even when you're tired, even when you're hurting, even when you're hurting, even when you feel alone. Your breakthrough is closer than you think. Your victory is nearer than you imagine. Your transformation is happening even when you can't see it. Winners don't stop. And if you're reading this, listening to this, feeling this, then you are a winner, even if the world hasn't seen it yet. Your time is coming, your season is coming, your moment is coming. Don't stop now. Listen to me. This is the moment when most people fall off. Not at the beginning, not during the hype, but right here in the long run. The part where it feels repetitive, the part where it feels repetitive, the part where it feels lonely, the part where no one is cheering anymore, the part where you wake up and the excitement is gone. This is where average people quit, but winners rise in this stage. Winners understand that greatness is not built in the first chapter. It's built in the middle, in the slow, unglamorous, unseen chapters where passion fades and discipline takes over. Everyone loves the idea of success until success demands their weekends, their sleep, their comfort, their excuses. Everyone loves the dream until the dream requires sacrifice. Everyone wants to be a lion until it's time to hunt. But winners know who they are. They don't pretend, they don't fake it, they don't make empty promises. If they say they're going to do something, they do it, even when it becomes uncomfortable, especially when it becomes uncomfortable. There's a reason why only a small percentage of people ever succeed. Because most people stop too early. They stop because the results aren't fast. They stop because progress is invisible. They stop because they don't hear applause. They stop because they expecting miracles not work. But winners, they expect struggle. They expect resistance. They expect slow growth. And that is why they win. They win because they don't measure progress by the world's timing. They measure progress by their commitment. There's a voice inside you telling you to quit. I know you hear it. Everyone hears it, but winners have another voice, stronger, deeper, louder. The voice that says this is your destiny. The voice that says you are meant for more. The voice that says don't stop now. And winners feed that voice. Winners nurture that voice. Winners nurture that voice. Winners listen to that voice every single day until it becomes their identity. There will be days where everything you touch seems to go wrong. Days where the world feels heavy and your mind feels tired. Days where you question your purpose, your vision, your strength. But I need you to understand something. Those days don't break winners. Those days build winners. Champions are not made in sunlight. They are made in storms. They are shaped by pressure, carved by pain, refined by struggle. If your journey is difficult right now, congratulations, you're on the right path. The problem is not that you're tired. The problem is that you think being tired is a sign to stop. Winners know being tired is a sign to push hard. Winners know exhaustion is part of the process. Winners know that every great transformation happens the moment you almost quit. Your body breaks first, then your mind tries to follow. But your spirit is undefeated. If you learn to listen to your spirit instead of your fatigue, nothing in this world can stop your fatigue. Let me tell you something real. Success does not require perfection. It requires persistence. You don't have to be the smartest. You don't have to be the most talented. You don't have to have the best resources. You just have to refuse to quit. That's the secret. That's the formula. That's the cheat code. Winners keep showing up long after motivation disappears. They keep showing up long after emotions fade. They keep showing up long after excitement dies. And eventually the world bows to those who refuse to stop. You think the universe doesn't see your effort. It sees every hour you grind, every tear you hide, every sacrifice you make silently, every battle you fight alone, every night you choose work over comfort, every morning you rise when everything inside you wants rest. Nothing Nothing is wasted, nothing is ignored, nothing is unseen. There will come a day when everything aligns, when everything you struggle for starts falling into place, when everything you pray for begins to appear. And on that day, you will look back and say, it was worth it. But that day only comes if you don't stop. Winners don't stop because they understand the power of consistency. You don't plant a seed today and expect a forest tomorrow. You water it, you protect it, you nurture it, and you trust the process even when the ground shows no sign of growth. Your dream is the same. Just because you can't see the results doesn't mean the results aren't coming. Just because you can't see the progress doesn't mean the progress isn't happening. Trust the unseen, trust the invisible, trust the grind. Some of you are one decision away from a completely different life. One step away from the next level, one push away from breakthrough. But you're tired, you're frustrated, you're losing faith. Listen to me. Do not give up in the season that was designed to test you. Diamonds are created under pressure. Stars shine in darkness. Warriors are forged in war. Winners emerge from struggle. There will be people who doubt you, people who criticize you, people who underestimate you. Let them. Their doubt is their limitation, not yours. Their disbelief is their weakness, not yours. Winners don't care what people think. Winners don't need validation. Winners don't wait for approval. Winners understand that being underestimated is an advantage. When people doubt you, you work harder. When people ignore you, you go in silence. When people lie at you, you build in private. Until the day comes when the same people who doubted you ask you how you did it. Remember this. Your journey is not supposed to look like anyone else's. Your timing is not supposed to match theirs. Your story is unique. Your pain is unique. Your strength is unique. Winners don't compare, they commit. Winners don't compete, they elevate. Winners don't copy, they create. The world does not move for average effort. It moves for relentless effort, for unstoppable hunger, for unmatched discipline. For the individual who wakes up every day and says, I'm not done yet. Winners live with urgency. Winners live with focus. Winners live with intention. And that's why they become legends. So listen to me carefully. You have two choices. Stop and stay the same, or rise and become who you were born to be. You didn't come this far to stop. You didn't survive everything. You survived just to quit at the edge of greatness. You didn't fight all these years just to settle for average. You didn't go through all this pain just to live a small life. You are here because you are chosen. You are here because you are strong. You are here because you are meant to rise. Winners never stop, and neither will you. You made it this far because you didn't stop. But now the real challenge begins. You see, getting started is easy. Anybody can start. But staying consistent, staying hungry, staying committed, Simon Fairfield. That's the battlefield, that's where champions are made. It's not enough to want it anymore. You got to live it, you gotta breathe it. You got to wake up every single day and remind yourself why you started in the first place. Because when the noise dies down, when the crowd disappears, when nobody's clapping for you anymore, what's left is you and the work. This is where most people quit. Not because they can't win, but because they get tired of the grind. They lose sight of the goal. They forget that growth happens in the dark. But the real ones grind in silence. They build in the shadows. They prepare when nobody's watching. And when the moment comes, the world calls it a luck. No, that's consistency meeting opportunity. You've gotta fall in love with the process. Because if you only love the reward, you'll quit when the reward doesn't come fast enough. The process is where you're shaped. The process is where your character gets built. The process is what separates the talkers from the doers. And hear me when I say this, your pain is not punishment, your struggle is not random. It's preparation. It's God's way of strengthening the parts of you that comfort could never reach. Some lessons can only be learned in the fire. You can read 100 books about perseverance, but until you walk through hell and kept walking, you don't know perseverance. You gotta stop asking, who are me? And start asking, oh, what's this trying to teach me? Because every storm you survive makes you stronger for the next one. Every heartbreak expands your capacity for empathy. Every setback gives you perspective. You can't be great without scars. The scars prove you were in the fight. And listen, I know sometimes it feels like nobody sees your effort, like you're giving everything and get nothing in return. But the truth is, the seed grows underground before it ever breaks the surface. You might not see results yet, but something powerful is happening beneath. every act of discipline, every choice to keep going, every moment you say a not yet instead of I quit, that's growth. That's growth. You gotta trust the invisible. You gotta believe that your grind is being recorded, because one day all those unseen hours will explode into visible success. But if you stop watering your seed, now you'll never see the harvest that was meant for you. This generation wants quick fame, quick money, quick validation. But anything that comes fast goes fast. The stuff that lasts takes time. You can't microwave greatness. You can't download character. You gotta live it day by day, decision by decision. And here's the truth. People will doubt you. They'll tell you to be realistic. They'll say your dream is too big. And that's okay. It's not their dream to understand. Stop explaining your vision to people who can't see it. Stop expecting support from people who settle. You can't take it from with you. Some people were only meant to walk with you for a season, not a lifetime. At some point, you gotta learn to clap for yourself. You got to stop waiting for approval and start building your own applause. Because when you believe in yourself, you become unstoppable. Belief is contagious. When you walk with conviction, even the doubters start to question that doubt. Let me be real with you. Success is lonely. There will be nights when you're the only one awake, the only one grinding, the only one still believing. But that's the price of purpose. Purpose demands isolation sometimes. Purpose demands sacrifice. You can't be ordinary and extraordinary at the same time. You gotta choose. You say you wanna be legendary, but legends are built in silence. They're built in discipline. You've gotta protect your energy. Not everyone deserves access to you. Some people are draining your focus, your time, your fire. You've gotta set boundaries. You can't heal in the same environment that broke you. Sometimes elevation requires isolation. You gotta get comfortable being misunderstood for a while. And when you fall, because you will fall, don't stay there. Winners fall too, they just don't unpack and live there. They learn, they rise, they move. Falling isn't failure. Refusing to get up is you gotta keep standing. Even when it hurts, especially when it hurts. Pain is the birthplace of strength. You can't build muscles without resistance. You can't build resilience without struggle. Stop asking for easy. Start asking for endurance. Because the longer you last, the greater your legacy. And that's what this is really about, legacy. What are you leaving behind? When your name is mentioned, what will people remember? Did you live for comfort or contribution? Did you chase pleasure or purpose? Legacy isn't about money or fame. It's about impact. It's about whose life got better because you live. It's about the people you live with, the hearts you inspire, the fire you spark. That's what lasts. That's what matters. Every day you wake up, you're writing your legacy. Every choice, every action, every word, they all add up. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. You just need to live with intention. And don't forget gratitude. Gratitude keeps you grounded. Gratitude keeps you humble. Gratitude reminds you how far you've come when you feel like you're not where you want to be. Stop complaining about what's missing and start celebrating what's present. Because gratitude attracts more of what you're thankful for. When life gets hard, and it will, go back to your why. Why did you start? Who are you doing it for? What's the vision that keeps you up at night? That why is your fuel. Without it, you'll burn out. With it, you'll burn through anything. There's greatness inside you that's waiting to be unleashed, but you got to unlock it through effort, through consistency, through faith. You don't need to be extraordinary to start. You need to start to become extraordinary. You've got to outlast your old self. Outwork your old habits. Outgrow your old mindset. Every version of you that settles for less has to die so the new you can live. It's a war, not against others, but against the part of you that keeps holding back. Every day the alarm goes off and the battle begins. Between your goals and your comfort. Between your purpose and your excuses. Between who you are and who you could be. And every choice you make tips the scale. So choose discipline, choose effort, choose growth. The world doesn't owe you anything, but you owe it to yourself to give everything. You owe it to the kid you used to be, the one who dreamed big before fear crept in. You owe it to the future version of you waiting to see if you're really serious this time. You owe it to the people who believe in you, and even to the ones who don't. Because when you rise, you give others permission to rise too. Your courage becomes contagious. Your persistence becomes proof. You become the example possible. One day you'll look back on all this, the late nights, the early mornings, the tears, the setbacks, because you'll realize every ounce of pain was worth it. Every no was leading you to the right yes. Every closed door was redirecting you to a better one. Keep your faith strong, keep your fire burning, keep your focus light, cause it's not over till you win, and you will win. If you never stop, so keep pushing, keep believing, keep fighting when it hurts, when it's heavy, when it seems impossible, keep going. Because in the end, it's not the most talented win. It's not the smartest, not the richest. It's the ones who refuse to stop. The ones who turn pain into power, fear into fuel, struggle into strength. You are that person, you always been that person. The world just hasn't seen your full potential yet. Look at you, and when they ask how you did it, you smile and say, I didn't stop. Because winners, the real ones, never stop. You've come a long way, and I need you to hear me clearly now. Because this is the part of the journey most people never survive. This is the part where people quit, not because they are weak, but because the dream starts demanding the kind of sacrifice that feels too heavy to carry. This is the point where the noise gets louder than your purpose, where the pressure starts to look bigger than the progress, where the doubts show up louder than your discipline. And if you don't decide right here, right now, who you are and what you're willing to endure, the world will decide for you. I'm telling you this because I've lived it. Every dream I ever chase asks me one question: how bad do you want it? And every time, before I tasted the victory, I had to walk through a season where it felt like life was trying to take the dream away from me. I know you're tired. I know you're frustrated. I know you've given more energy than you got back. I know you feel like you've been planting seeds for years and the ground still looks dry. But hear me, just because the ground looks dry doesn't mean the seeds aren't growing. Things grow roots before they grow fruits. The work you've been putting in, the late nights, the early mornings, the sacrifices, the discipline nobody saw, those weren't wasted. They were roots, and roots grow in the dark, roots grow in the unseen places. Roots grow when nobody is clapping for you, when nobody believes in you, when nobody is checking on your progress. Roots grow when you're alone. And some of you are mistaking root season for failure season. You are not failing, you are forming. But forming hurts, becoming hurts. Becoming hurts. And sometimes the hardest part of becoming who you are meant to be is letting go of who you used to be. You can't evolve and hold on to the version of yourself that was built for survival. That version was necessary, yes, but it's too small for the life you're trying to build now. You can't carry old wounds into new worlds. You can't take old habits into new levels. You can't take old excuses into new opportunities. You have to let some things die so better things can live. And I get it, you're scared. People talk about success like it's all celebration, like it's all champagne and victories. They forget to mention that success also requires funerals. The funeral of old comfort zones. The funeral of people who only loved you when you stayed small. The funeral of the life that was easy but never fulfilling. You don't get greatness without grieving something. That's the cost. You can't step into destiny without stepping out of familiarity. But listen, courage isn't the absence of fear. Courage is choosing purpose while your knees are still shaking. Courage is showing up with doubt still in your chest. Courage is staying committed when the excitement is gone and only the work remains. Courage is doing what you said you would do long after the feeling you said it did and has disappeared. Courage is discipline disguised as choice. And the world is waiting to see your courage. The world is waiting to see what happens when you stop holding back, when you stop dimming your light, when you stop shrinking yourself to fit into places you've outgrown. It came to build muscle in the parts of you that success will require. So stop asking why me and start answering it because I'm built for this. You are. You survived things that would have destroyed other people. You carry burdens nobody knew about. I will not waste the pain. I will not bury my gift. I will not die with my potential still inside me. You are built for more. Now go take it.